Hey, what's up, soul family? How y'all doing on this beautiful Tuesday? It is your girl, Beautiful Resilient Goddess. Y'all know I am beautiful and I am that girl resilient. Listen, I hope each and every one of y'all are having an amazing start of your day. I'm just going to be on here just for a few minutes. I'm just checking in. I do have some things I'm going to record later, not just right now. But listen, I thought it was imperative for me to get on here. Y'all, it is, man. Listen, I prayed and it wasn't even out loud. It was a thought. It was like a meditation. I prayed and asked God to, give me an answer to some things, some questions that I had about a certain medication that I'm taking. Actually, the one and only medication that I'm taking. And at this point, y'all, it was so quick. Matter of fact, no, it was a couple of days. But when you ask him to give you a sign, something, I promise you guys, when you ask wholeheartedly with faith and actually knowing, like really knowing that you're going to get an answer, that answer is going to come. I had the most interesting experience today, and I won't say it was a negative experience. I just think that God really answered. He answered my prayer. But listen, let me give you guys a little backstory. I think I've recorded and told you guys this before. Coming out of the military, I think it was 2014, maybe 15-ish. I was diagnosed with degenerative disc. I was diagnosed with a degenerative disc, right? And it was painful. So the doctor that I had at the time, he prescribed me tramadol. I don't know if y'all remember, but when tramadol came out, they said it wasn't addictive. They said they just said a whole bunch of stuff, that it was safe, it was okay, And we even signed waivers. Like at the VA, you have to sign, of course, you have to sign off on certain stuff, right? And pretty sure everyone, I think it was not even like a year after that, people started getting addicted, people started dying. It was a complete opioid crisis. Tramadol was a part of that crisis, okay? So listen, I was prescribed that medication for 2 consecutive years, okay? And while I will take accountability, it was definitely my responsibility to also double check even after, the doctor's orders or whatever they give. It is our responsibility to still check on some things, right? I don't care what they're saying. I don't care how educated, they're licensed, and check for yourself. And also another thing, there is a certain group of us. We are, you have recovering addicts, or people in recovery. I'm just gonna say that part. You go to these doctors, you go to dentist appointments, you go to any sort of doctor, and if you're in pain, most of them are going to suggest that you have a more powerful drug medication, a more narcotic, more of a narcotic on the narcotic side. It is our responsibility to just take Tylenol. Take Tylenol, baby. I don't care how painful, baby. If you can take that Tylenol, take the Tylenol. You guys, I would definitely stay away from tramadol. What tramadol is, it is an opioid antagonist. I think that's what they call it. It is a form of an opioid. Imagine someone being on that medication for 2 consecutive years. 2 consecutive years. So I eventually got off of the tramadol, but I had to get off of that medication and take another one to come off of that medication. I have been feeling, I'm going to say my spirit was a little off. It has been a little off for some time now about this medication, because I really feel like if I'm doing a cleansing of my body, I'm trying to eat healthy and do all this other stuff, I think I have to do it entirely and not just, just not have, just do it halfway. And if I'm putting other chemicals in my body and I'm trying to eat healthy, I mean, what's the point? Yes, you have detoxes and stuff out there, but I just really don't think that it's real smart to be putting the chemicals, in our body, especially when we don't know what's formulated in it. If it's formulated in a lab somewhere, we do not know what's in those medications. So y'all, I asked God, I'm like, look, I know I need to come off this medication, because I think with how the world is going and at this time, you don't need to, what if something happened and then I can't get to the, the emergency room or the hospital for, this medication, and my body or my mind is telling me, hey, I haven't taken it, or whatever the case may be. We don't need to be dependent on anything, okay? I don't think it's a time for us to be dependent on anything outside of God, outside of ourselves, outside of things that we can provide, things that God can provide. We shouldn't be we shouldn't have any form of dependencies, any form of addictions, any form of habits, anything. It's just, now is not the time. But y'all, let me tell y'all, I went to go pick up my medication today. And like I said, I prayed a couple of days. I'm like, God, give me a sign if, if I need to just go ahead and go cold turkey or whatever the case may be. Y'all, I want to pick my medication up. And as petty as this may be, and it's small, I pay attention to things that just normal people, it's just there. And I don't be trying. God just be throwing it, But listen, it's a lady came. Okay, you had a nurse at the window that's, giving me my stuff. But then she had a lady behind her, Caucasian female. She came up behind her, looked at my stuff, looked at me, looks me up and down. Y'all. Y'all, she gave me the nastiest look, and of course, okay, whatever. I was still, conversing with the pharmacist in front of me, so I really wasn't concerned or really whatever. But she walked off after looking me up and down, giving me the nastiest look ever, and then she went back and spoke to one of her colleagues, and her colleagues looked at me, and they both just bust out laughing or something like, okay, I know this ain't no, nothing crazy for y'all to laugh at, but what she laughing at? Now I really don't trust it. Throw the whole bottle away. Hello. Hey. And it immediately clicked in my head. It's like, y'all, we don't know what's being formulated in this stuff. We don't know the true side effects, because they literally told us when that tramadol came out that it wasn't addictive. It didn't have many side effects, like all the side effects that we know that they have today. They told us it wasn't that. And I know people remember. When that medication came out. They literally told us. Okay, like all this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna say all the information that's on there now. When you Google the medication, most of that stuff was not there. It was not there, y'all. I'm telling you, it was not there. So y'all, I just want y'all to just be, be cognizant, be aware of what's out there. When we're, going through certain things and going to these doctors, people in certain groups, and when I say groups, I'm talking to the recovering addicts out there. It's certain things that you just cannot do. Certain things you just cannot go through. I don't care. We also have those people, oh, I'm strong enough. I know. Okay, that's all good. And it's good to be strong, but also be smart. Be smart about the medications that you are being prescribed. You don't necessarily have to take it, because just because they're being prescribed to you, you don't have to take it. Yes, and yeah. Once I told someone how long I had been on that medication when it was time to come off, they did not believe me. I had to actually go with my records and show them, hey, yeah, this is what I've been prescribed for 2 years consecutively, right? So y'all, just be careful. We don't know what's in these medications. And then to put the cherry on the top, when you have people that just doesn't have a pleasant attitude with giving you your medication, baby, that's the cherry on the top. With me say, okay, what's the side effect? Baby, I'm about to hit every side effect there is, because baby, I know God gonna get me through this. Because when I pray and ask for something, then that's not the only thing that happened, but the other part, it's not. I'm not gonna share that part. But that too was the icing on the cake, and I'm like, nope, nope, not about to be doing this. Baby, give me my daily vitamin, give me my magnesium, give me my, black seed oil, and oregano oil, my vitamin D3 and my K2. Baby, listen, I gotta step away. And I know I'm going to have to find some form of holistic doctor because this is it. This is serious. This is serious. And when I used to tell people that I could not take, they still, of course, y'all know they were still accusing, you know, drugs. Oh, she's doing this. Honey, the medication that I take, they literally blocks out my receptors, my opioid receptors. So I couldn't even get high on anything like opioids or something like that anyway, right? I think the only thing, yes, I was some years ago, I'll probably say like I don't know, I'm not about to make up a date. But the only thing that I was doing outside of that was marijuana, which I had to stop that completely too. But yeah, guys, I couldn't get high off that stuff if I wanted to. But listen, we have to be cognizant, we have to be smart, we have to use the right judgments on the medication that we are being prescribed. But yeah, I think I got my answer. I definitely think I got my answer. I am so sorry about that video, that TV. It is definitely up loud. But anyway, I am actually gonna go ahead and end it here. I'm gonna come back. Dang, it's so loud, y'all. Yeah. Anyway, oh my God, it's so loud. I'm gonna wait a minute.